The health department allays the public's fears, saying there are no confirmed cases yet of the novel coronavirus in the country. Maricel Halili with the story.
11 foreigners are now classified as PUIs, or patients under investigation for the novel coronavirus, or NCOV. The health department says all of them showed symptoms and have traveled to Wuhan, China, the ground zero of the health crisis. The DOH can only pinpoint their general location in western, central, and eastern Visayas, northern Mindanao, Mimaropa, and Metro Manila. But the health secretary clarifies there are no confirmed NCOV cases yet in the country.
There shouldn't be any cause for alarm just because we flush the areas where the PUIs come from. Doesn't mean that those areas are infected with the novel coronavirus.
Their specimens had been sent to the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine, or RITM, for evaluation. Positive samples will be sent to Melbourne, Australia, for confirmation.
While that is happening, the patient will not be allowed to go home. They will be staying in isolation rooms in the hospitals.
The DOH has put in place surveillance procedures to prevent NCOV from entering the country, including tight monitoring on people with direct contact to NCOV patients or health workers in facilities with NCOV patients. But some Metro Manila residents are still concerned.
Kasi ang dami kong apoy. Kaya medyo hindi ko masyadong pinapalabas.
Nagpabili ako ng mask sa anak ko kasi medyo mahina yung immune system niya, kaya yun, nagmamas sila.
Duque is calling on the public to refrain from spreading rumors about the virus and take precautionary measures instead.
Never eat raw meat. Okay? Maraming pwedeng sakit pong ibigay yan sa atin. Yung mga kilawin, tigil na muna natin yung mga yan. Kilawin, yung mga kilawin. Kasi maraming mikrobyo din yung mga yan. Iinom kayo ng tubig, ha? You guys, especially when you're working in closed spaces.
He also reminds the public to cover their mouth while coughing or sneezing and to wash their hands often. For News 5, Maricel Halili, we are One News.
In China, where the 2019 NCOV is believed to have originated, authorities are ramping up efforts to contain the virus. But one thing is making it more difficult. Chinese health experts on Sunday said it can be spread before any symptoms appear.
观察情况看，潜伏期大约在10天左右，最短的潜伏期有1天发病，最长的潜伏期是14天。潜伏期具有传染性，这同SARS 有很大的不同。
As of Monday, the death toll in China has climbed to 81. That's out of nearly 2,800 confirmed cases. The virus has also spread to more than 10 countries already. Hong Kong has banned entry to people who had visited Hubei, China in the past 14 days. The nearby gambling hub of Macau has also imposed a similar ban unless they can prove that they are virus-free. Other affected countries, including Australia, France, Italy, Japan, and the US, have all said they are working to evacuate their citizens from ground zero. The World Health Organization, for its part, is sending its chief to Beijing to meet with government officials. The WHO has so far declined to declare the outbreak a global health emergency. The country's tourism might take a beating from the outbreak as China halts its tour groups to the country in an effort to curb the spread of the virus. Gerard de la Peña with the story.
Justine and her family spent nearly 3 hours in China's Guangzhou airport for their connecting flight from Los Angeles going back to Manila. She says the airport was almost empty due to the 2019 novel coronavirus scare. Rebooking would have been an option, but that won't come cheap.
We tried to cancel, we tried to move to Philippine Airlines, but with our limited budget, just like most of the people, we still just had to push through it and trust God that we'd be safe.
Passengers from the Middle East and South Korea arrived at the NAIA wearing face masks.
Para safety for myself. Para malayo sa virus.
Parang natatakot din. Kaya kayo nagmask na. Opo, for the safety na lang.
Airline companies are already feeling the pinch. Passengers either cancel or postpone their trips.
70 to 80% of the passengers are not showing up. Or at least at the booking stage pa lang, wala ng mga pasahero.
The last batch of tourists from Wuhan who recently landed in Kalibo are going back home on January 27. The Philippine government has suspended all direct flights from Wuhan. The Chinese government, meanwhile, has called off all group tours from China to curb the spread of the virus, which might make a dent on tourism given that China is the country's second largest source of tourists.
Double-edged yung airline because it is a tool of economic activity. It is the backbone of trade and tourism, investments. Pero yun din, it can be a vector of an epidemic.
The Civil Aeronautics Board is asking carriers to waive the cancellation and rebooking fees for passengers and treat the situation as force majeure or unforeseeable circumstance. Airline companies have also made a commitment to provide masks to passengers and provide any assistance that they may require. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, We Are One News.